much, and I'm thrilled to be back with the hardworking, God-fearing, card-carrying patriots of the NRA. As your president, that's exactly what I did. We saved our Second Amendment, and we're going to save it for a long time to come.
These and other problems are going to continue to happen until Congress passes reciprocity. H.R. 38, this bill we're talking about, protects the right of every adult from a constitutional carry.
H.R. 8 would not have stopped Parkland. It would not have stopped Las Vegas or Sutherland Springs or San Bernardino.
Reciprocity Act introduced. A new bill has just been introduced into Congress that aims to fulfill a promise made by the Trump administration regarding concealed carry reciprocity. This bill, H.R. 38, known as the National Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act, is an important step toward making concealed carry lawful nationwide. It seeks to address concerns raised by differing state laws and provide a uniform standard for concealed carry across the country. The bill comes as a response to promises made by President Trump during his campaign, where he vowed to sign into law a National Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act if it passed both the House and Senate.
Very much, and I'm thrilled to be back with the hardworking, God-fearing, card-carrying patriots of the NRA. As your president, that's exactly what I did. We saved our Second Amendment, and we're going to save it for a long time to come. I was proud to be the most pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment president you've ever had in the White House.
If you take away guns, you can't do it because people need the guns for protection. If you look at some countries, I don't want to get them in trouble, but some countries have actually gone the opposite way.
Now, Congress has introduced H.R. 38, which could make that promise a reality. Additionally, the bill draws upon the recent Supreme Court decision in the Bruen case, which has significantly shaped the nation's concealed carry laws. The court's ruling has established that shall issue is the minimum standard for concealed carry across the U.S., meaning that citizens who meet specific criteria must be issued a concealed carry permit. However, despite these advances, states like California, New York, and New Jersey have continued to pursue restrictions on concealed carry. These states have tried to limit the ability of their residents, as well as out-of-state individuals, from legally carrying concealed weapons. This has sparked a debate about the need for a national standard that would ensure concealed carry rights are protected nationwide. For those unfamiliar, concealed carry permitting schemes in the United States have varied widely. Some states operate as a may-issue system, which is considered the lowest standard. Under this system, states like California, New York, and New Jersey have had significant discretion over who is allowed to obtain a concealed carry permit. Law enforcement agencies in these states have had the authority to decide when and how individuals are granted permits, often making it difficult for many to legally carry concealed firearms. The introduction of H.R. 38 is a crucial step toward ensuring that concealed carry rights are upheld and that individuals can legally carry firearms across state lines without fear of conflicting state laws. Inconsistent state laws. The newly introduced Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act, or H.R. 38, seeks to address significant issues in the current concealed carry permitting system across the U.S. Sponsored by Representative Hudson and supported by 120 bipartisan members of Congress, this legislation aims to ensure that concealed carry rights are recognized nationwide, irrespective of state boundaries. Historically, some states, such as California, New York, and New Jersey, implemented may-issue permitting schemes.
House Democrats say they want to do something to end gun violence, and anyone who disagrees with their policies doesn't care. They won't even allow my bipartisan concealed carry reciprocity bill that passed this House last Congress to be debated on the House floor today. There is no gun show loophole. Federal law already requires a background check on every commercial gun purchase in America. H.R. 8 would not have stopped Parkland. It would not have stopped Las Vegas or Sutherland Springs or San Bernardino, and giving schools the tools they need to protect students. All these bills received bipartisan support in the last Congress.
Under these systems, residents were required to meet specific requirements, such as background checks, training, and fees to obtain a concealed carry permit. However, law enforcement agencies, including local police departments and sheriffs, retained broad discretion to decide who qualified for a permit. Applicants often had to demonstrate good moral character or provide a good cause for concealed carry, leading to frequent denials. This system came under scrutiny in the Supreme Court case of New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin. The court ruled that may-issue schemes granting excessive discretion to law enforcement were unconstitutional, emphasizing that concealed carry rights should not be subject to arbitrary standards. In contrast, shall-issue states operate under a more objective framework. If applicants meet established criteria, such as passing a background check and completing any required training, the state is obligated to issue a concealed carry permit. Additionally, constitutional carry states allow individuals to carry concealed firearms without a permit, provided they are not prohibited persons. While constitutional carry states may impose restrictions on where firearms can be carried, such as bars or government buildings, they generally do not require residents to obtain a permit. Despite these variations, a significant issue arises with reciprocity. Some states, including California, refuse to recognize concealed carry permits from other states or acknowledge individuals operating under constitutional carry laws. This creates complications for lawful arm owners traveling across state lines. For example, a Texas resident relying on their state's constitutional carry laws may face legal challenges when entering a state with restrictive permitting requirements.
And remember this, what is the toughest gun law in the United States? Chicago. They had 117 people shot. Afghanistan does not have that. For 18 months, not one American soldier was shot at or killed.
The Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act aims to resolve these inconsistencies. The bill ensures that a concealed carry permit issued in one state is recognized in all others, much like a driver's license. Representative Hudson stated in his press release, "Our Second Amendment right does not disappear when we cross invisible state lines. This common-sense legislation guarantees that fact." If passed, the bill will protect law-abiding citizens' rights to concealed carry and travel freely between states without fear of conflicting state regulations or unwarranted legal repercussions. By establishing uniform recognition of concealed carry permits, the Act reinforces constitutional protections while promoting consistency across state lines. A step toward nationwide. Rep. Hudson introduced the bill in previous sessions of Congress, and in 2017 it passed the House with bipartisan support but failed to advance in the Senate. Despite the setback, Hudson has remained persistent, vowing to continue pursuing the legislation, especially with the support of President Donald Trump, who has committed to signing national concealed carry reciprocity legislation into law. Support for H.R. 38 comes from several major pro-Second Amendment organizations, including the National Rifle Association Institute for Legislative Action, Gun Owners of America, the U.S. Concealed Carry Association, and the National Shooting Sports Foundation. John Comerford, executive director of NRA-ILA, expressed strong support for the bill, noting that the U.S. Supreme Court has consistently upheld the individual's right to keep and bear arms. He argued that Congress should now ensure that this right does not stop at state borders. NRA applauds and thanks Rep. Hudson for his long-standing and unwavering leadership in the fight for right-to-carry reciprocity, Comerford added. Aidan Johnston, the Director of Federal Affairs at Gun Owners of America, also praised the legislation, calling it a potential greatest legislative victory for the arm rights movement in a century. He pointed out that the majority of states now issue concealed carry permits and that 29 states have implemented constitutional carry laws. Johnston argued that it makes sense for Congress to ensure that a concealed carry permit from one state is valid across the entire country. He thanked President Trump for his support and urged Congress to act swiftly in sending the bill to the president's desk.
Wavering, support of the Second Amendment. Back in November, Trump obviously promised national reciprocity.
Pushing constitutional reciprocity real hard. I was just meeting with the sponsor of the legislation. These and other problems are going to continue to happen until Congress passes reciprocity. H.R. 38, this bill we're talking about, protects the right of every adult from a constitutional carry. H.R. 38 actually protects your right to carry that magazine with your gun in any one of those anti-gun states.
Tim Schmidt, president and co-founder of USCCA, also voiced strong approval of the bill, emphasizing the importance of ensuring that law-abiding arm owners can exercise their right to defend themselves regardless of location. He stressed that Americans should not face the risk of legal trouble simply because they cross state lines. This legislation is critical to ensuring law-abiding arm owners' fundamental right to defend themselves and their loved ones, Schmidt said. Lawrence Keene, Senior Vice President and General Counsel of NSSF, pointed out the confusion caused by the varying concealed carry laws across states, particularly in cases where legal permit holders unknowingly violate a state's laws due to small differences in regulations. Keene highlighted that H.R. 38 would safeguard both the rights of individual states and the Second Amendment rights of citizens. The introduction of H.R. 38 marks a significant step toward ensuring that concealed carry rights are recognized and protected across the United States, making it easier for law-abiding citizens to exercise their constitutional right to self-defense without the fear of conflicting state laws. Key provisions. One crucial aspect of the bill is its definition of handgun, which includes not only the handgun itself, but also any mag that can be used with it and any ammunition that fits into those mags. This means that if your state allows you to possess or carry certain mags, such as those that contain 11 or more rounds or hollow point ammunition, another state you visit cannot restrict you from carrying those items. This bill is particularly significant in light of the Supreme Court's Bruin ruling and aligns with promises made by President Trump during his election campaign. Trump stated that he would sign concealed carry reciprocity into law if it passed Congress, and with this bill moving forward, it appears we may be one step closer to fulfilling that promise. While a filibuster could still block progress, the bill currently has significant backing, especially among members of Congress who are eager to see it reach Trump's desk for signing. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.